Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's latest unboxing video of the brand new Cardfight Vanguard set, G-BT04 Soul Strike Against the Supreme. My name is Simon, I'm joined today by James.
Hello, I'm James.
And we're going to be opening up and talking about what we get in these boosters. So, one thing to note, Secret GR Generation Rares.
Indeed.
So there's a potential, and we hope a high one, that we could pull a Secret GR booster. So it would contain 5 of the possible 6 different Secret GRs, which all are very pretty artwork. So hopefully we'll pull one of those. Fingers crossed.
We haven't yet, so...
Yeah, so we haven't opened one yet here, so hopefully on camera today we will. Just to note, one of the new sets coming out in November, Vanguard and Deleter. I'm going to point this out because I love Link Joker.
And I love Royal Paladin.
And there we go. We're buddies! So yeah, I'm looking forward to that set, and of course we also have a advert for the new Buddy Fight set. I'll put that over there now. So, first of all we get a promo on the top. So this one is Cosmic Hero Grand Ranger. So just a Dimension Police promo, isn't it? Dimension Police aren't within the set, but it's just a nice Generation Break promo for Dimension Police, just with a power boost, which is what they always want.
Yeah. It's a generic ability, but works especially well with Dimension Police.
Yeah. So, first pack. I'm just going to pull the advert out from the back. Oh yes, Cardfight Online coming soon, hopefully. I'm looking forward to that, which is going to be pretty cool. So, anyway, on to the bit you're here for, the cards. So we'll go through some of the commons, but as we see multiples and stuff, we will just sort of skim past them. So, but the first one up is Dreamlight Unicorn, who actually is quite an important common, I think, for the Angel Feathers. So it's a grade 2. And it has several abilities. First one is an automatic Counterblast 1 when this unit is placed on rear guard, and if you do, choose the face-up card from the damage zone and heal it. And it also has, when this unit leaves the rear guard, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, search for 1 card among them, put it into your damage zone face up, and put the rest of on the bottom of your deck. And it also has continuous resist, which is a useful ability that's been around for a few sets now, is it? Resist?
Yeah, it's been since G-BT04, I believe.
Yeah, so resist is useful for stopping things like my favourite clan, Link Joker, and some of the other retiring clans as well.
Blaster Joker can still get around it though, because he doesn't specifically choose something. He just everything.
Just everything. So yeah, so quickly just mention about this ability. So this is a healing ability for Angel Feather, which is pretty awesome, I'd say. Yeah.
Most people would put that behind their Vanguard, because their Vanguard is normally powerful enough on its own.
Yeah.
So that just prevents it from dying.
Yeah, so keep it somewhere a bit safe rather than in the front lines. So, pretty cool.
But my witches still work against it, because witches beat resist.
Ah, witches. So we have Crystal Winged Dragon here. So this is for Neo Nectar. So Neo Nectar get a bit of support in this set as well. So it has an act ability. Once per turn, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, choose one of your units. If you do, choose up to 4 of your units with the same card name as that unit, and they get +3k until end of turn. And auto, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1 when this unit is placed on Vanguard. If you do, choose one of your grade 2 or less rear guards, search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that card and call it a rear guard. Then shuffle as always. So cloning effect is what Neo Nectar do.
Nice little sort of side grade 3 for Asher decks, mostly.
Yeah. So, Confident Celestial Rumjao. I will, as always, if anyone's watched these videos, apologise profusely for the fact that I can not pronounce a name to save my life. So this is a grade 1 for the Angel Feathers, and it's a simple limit break remover. So just allows them to access limit break on some of their older boss cards, really. So yeah. We have a Witch's Familiar, Shurima. So speaking of witches, so this is a critical trigger for the Genesis Witches. It has an act ability from the rear guard. Put this unit on top of your deck as a cost. You then shuffle your deck, and if you have a Vanguard with Witch in its name, draw a card, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for a card among them, put it into your soul, and put the rest into your drop zone.
It's Legion Fuel.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Pure and simple. It's a critical trigger with Legion Fuel. And our first rare of the day, Maiden of Flower Screen. This is a good one, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is for Neo Nectar. It's a grade 2. 1 ability, act, once per turn from rear guard, Generation Break 1. So cost, choose a normal unit card from your drop zone and put it on top of your deck. Then choose one of your other units, and this unit will be regarded as a unit with the same card name until end of turn. Shuffle your deck.
This was originally a promo and went for quite a lot. So people might not be happy that it's now rearguard. Single R, because they paid a lot for it.
Aww.
But no, yeah, it's sort of the backbone of Neonectar to have the same units now, so she just sort of counts as everything.
There we go. So, next pack. First up, we have Knight of Saga City, Gonvar. So this is for the Shadow Paladin. Again, they get some support in this set. It's grade 1, from the rearguard, generation break 1. When your other unit with grade less than this unit is placed on rearguard, this unit gets plus 3k till end of turn. So just a simple grade 10 really. 10k hitter, isn't it?
Yeah, you can do it multiple times, I believe, as well. So as long as you keep on bringing them out. Also, that guy in the background, on his artwork, he's got that character in the background, and they both have the same ability, but the guy in the background is a grade 2.
Oh, pretty cool. So hopefully we'll see that one at some point. We have the Machining Slater. So Mega Colony Machining subclan gets quite a bit of support in this set, doesn't it? So auto, from the rearguard, when it boosts a Vanguard with Machining in its card name, if all of your opponent's Vanguards and rearguards are at rest, Soul Charge 2. So
Machining have a lot more to do with the sword than the rest of the Mega Colony. So that will help with the new Legion, actually, that comes out in this set, because it brings units from the soul out, sort of Pale Moon.
Oh, okay, so Soul Charging could be useful for it. So we have for Neonectar here the Hollyhock Knight. It's a grade 1, continuous ability, not generation, sorry, I just saw red. From the rearguard, during your turn, if your Vanguard is Legion, this unit gets plus 2k for each of your rearguards with the same card name as the unit on your Vanguard. Again,
I've actually used this card and it's very good.
So it's a standard Neonectar effect effectively, isn't it? So, and then we have a critical trigger for Mega Colony, Bad Drip. I think this is useful for Mega Colony because it's another crit to run, isn't it? So,
well, yeah, they haven't had many crits for a long time. So,
our second rare of the day, Mythic Snake, Jormungand. Jormungand, sorry. Jormungand. That's quite a manly name for a pretty lady.
It's a man. Just a pretty man.
It's just a pretty man. That would explain everything. I'm so sorry. Right, so this is grade 2. Auto, from rearguard, generation break 1. When your card is put into the drop zone from your soul, this unit gets plus 1k until end of turn. So Genesis do a lot of soul blasting, don't they? Sort of, or getting abilities from the soul, so...
The triple R G unit from this one also Soul Blast 6.
Wow, so this could be quite a nasty big hitter potentially.
And there's a grade 1 equivalent as well. So that's big columns.
Yeah, big columns, and we all like big numbers. So, next up we have Buster Mantis from Mega Colony. Grade 2, from the rearguard, generation break 1. With this unit attacks, if all of your opponent's Vanguards and rearguards are at rest, this unit gets plus 3k till the end of that battle. So again, 12k hitter for them. We have the Regalia of Reflection, Mirror Angel. So this is for the Genesis, and it's a limit break remover for them. Again, nice and simple, just adding the limit break remover. So, Witch of Melon's Time. She's a grade 1 for Genesis, another witch. When she is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with witch in its card name, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for a card among them, put it into your soul, and put the rest into your drop zone. So again, just fueling what Genesis do, isn't it?
Yeah. And then they've got that stand trigger to put things back in the drop zone into the deck, so it's harder for you to deck out with Genesis now.
There we go. Oh, so critical trigger, Machining Firefly from Mega Colony. So counterblast 1 when this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Machining in its name. If you do choose one of your other rearguards, stand it, choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. So, again, access for the Mega Colony subclan to have a Machining critical trigger, and quite a cool ability as well.
Yeah.
And then the rare, Machining Mosquito Mark II. So this is one of the legions. Machining's only legion actually in this set, isn't it?
In this set, yeah.
Yeah. His ability, continuous from rearguard. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Machining in its card name, and if all of your opponent's Vanguards and rearguards are at rest, this unit gets plus 2k and the following ability. Auto, once per turn, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your other rearguards, stand it. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. So we're seeing a repeat of the stand yours, rest theirs ability.
I've actually heard of stories of people who have used this and they've had a grade 2 Vanguard and they've just stayed there with these two on the rearguard. So your opponent can't stride and you just keep on bombarding them with this card.
That sounds cruel, mean, and brilliant. So, next up we have Sanctuary Archer for the Royal Paladins. So it's grade 2. Auto from rearguard, when this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Sanctuary Guard in its card name, he gets plus 2k until end of turn. And then also auto Counterblast 2, when this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Sanctuary Guard in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one grade 1 or less card, call it to rearguard, and shuffle your deck. So James is a bit of a Royal Paladin fan, so I'll let him explain.
Oh, well, it's quite a big cost, but in the next Vanguard and Deleter set, they will be having Pact Gull, which is basically the Soul Blast 2 counter tragedy. So that helps a lot with this, but it's mainly for Sanctuary Guard because Sanctuary Guard Regale gives the whole front row plus 3k for every grade 1.
Right.
And Sanctuary Guard Dragon gets 3k for every grade 1 when just normal limit break.
So, pretty cool. We have a Knight of Meditation Macnessa for the Shadow Paladins. It's a grade 0, so this could be one of your starters. It's got the Forerunner ability, and it also has Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1 as a cost. When this unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard for the cost of your unit's ability, you may pay the Counterblast 1. If you do choose one of your Vanguards until end of turn, it gets plus 5k and the following ability. Auto, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. So, again, this is sort of standard Shadow Paladin tactics, isn't it, here? You're just getting the benefit from retiring one of them.
Yeah, I still prefer David, who counts as 2 units when you retire him.
Right.
Which is also a Forerunner, but he's a good alternative in certain decks, like David can only really be used in Phantom Blaster?
Yeah.
And Claret Sword, so
it's a nice alternative for the non-Claret and Phantom Decks.
Mm.
So we have Goddess of the Heart, Hestia. I nearly said Nestia there. She's a grade 3 for the Genesis. 1 ability on rearguard or Vanguard. Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit's attack hits Vanguard, you can pay that cost. To Soul Charge 3, then if you have a card named Goddess of the Hearth, Hestia in your soul, draw a card. So again, fairly simple.
Good backup, yeah. She's got a donkey with a pompadour as well. So.
Everyone loves donkeys. So we have Invert Celestial Asbiel. Asbiel? Yeah, we'll go with Asbiel.
Yeah.
So, interesting artwork on this one. It's quite a different direction from most Vanguard cards. I quite like it, actually.
It's actually the same guy who does a lot of buddy fight stuff.
Ah, that'd be why it's so reminds me. So it's very memorable. So, it's obviously grade 0 because it's critical trigger. Continuous from the damage zone. If you have a Vanguard with Celestial in its name, this card gets the following ability. Act from the damage zone. Cost, put this card face up on top of your deck. Sorry, put this face up card on top of your deck. Don't put it face up on your deck, sorry. Shuffle your deck and reveal 3 cards from the top of the deck. Choose a card not named Invert Celestial or Asbiel from among them. Put it into your damage zone face up and put the rest into your drop zone. So,
there's a very, very, very slim chance you can actually heal with this card. If the top 3 are all called that, then you don't have to put anything in your drop zone.
The slimmest of slim chances. But
it's
a fair point. But again, this just helps set up something that Celestials do, isn't it? Just getting the right cards into the damage zone for manipulation. So, and our first double R, Crimson Roar Metatron. So she's a grade 3. 2 abilities. First one is Act, once per turn, limit break 4. Cost is choose one of your rear guards and put it into your damage zone face up. Then you choose a card from your damage zone, call it to rear guard, and if you have a card named Crimson Impact Metatron in your soul, until end of turn, that unit gets plus 3k and auto ability from the rear guard. Counterblast 1 and put this unit into your damage zone face up. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay that cost. To choose a face-up card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. She also has once per turn as an act, choose one of your rear guards and put it into your soul. Choose a card from your soul, put it into your damage zone face up, choose a face up card from your damage zone and call it to rear guard. Now, one of my friends is a big Angel Feather player, and when he's conducting his turns, I mostly just let him get on and do what he needs to do. Because
I bet that.
the amount of swapping backwards and forwards from the deck, and from the hand to damage zone to the field, and numbers are flying around, and abilities triggering, and yeah. So I think Metatron's a pretty cool card for Angel Feather. If you can follow along with running those abilities, I think should be quite useful for you.
The second ability really helps with getting the original Metatron in Soul as well.
Yeah, because you can just play it out and then get into the Soul, can't you? So it even helps support its own abilities, which is good. So we have Steam Knight Caliban for Gear Chronicle. I don't think we've seen a Gear Chronicle yet, have we?
No.
So it's a grade 2. When this unit is placed on rear guard, choose one of your opponent's rear guards. Your opponent returns that unit to his or her deck, searches their deck for up to one card a grade less than that unit, calls it to rear guard and shuffles their deck. Your opponent can choose not to find a card if there's none he or she wishes to call. So it's just a tucking, as the term usually is for the Gear Chronicle ability. So it's just do what Gear Chronicles do, isn't it?
Do it against a Forerunner as well, just so they can't do anything.
Yeah, stops them doing anything, doesn't it?
It's basically a retire.
Yeah. We have Nurse Cap Dalmatian. Oh, look how cute he is. So it's a grade 1 for Angel Feathers, auto from the rearguard generation break 1. When this unit boosts, the boosted unit gets plus 1,000 for each face-up card in your damage zone till end of that battle. So it's just a simple booster, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have Skillful Knight Jedi. It's grade 2, auto from rearguard generation break 1. When its attack hits a Vanguard, choose one of your other rearguards and it gets plus 5k till end of turn. Again, not much more to say about that, I don't think.
No.
We have MRI Angel. So this is an Angel Feather draw trigger, so just another option for draws. Our next rare is Triple R Force Spear Mutant Deity Stun Beetle. Now, I know a lot of people are probably quite excited for this card.
I am.
In fact, this one might even be yours. So this is quite a nice card for Mega Colony to have. So obviously it's a stride card. Auto from Vanguard, Generation Break 2. The cost is Counterblast 2, and choose a face-down card named Force Spear Mutant Deity Stun Beetle from the G-Zone, turn it face up. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can pay that cost. If you do, all of your opponent's Vanguards cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase, and your opponent cannot normal ride during your opponent's next ride phase. So, yeah.
I love this card.
I'd say this is an improved version of what the Mega Colony used to do with the stunning, which traditionally in the old days you could just ride back over and ignore that they did anything really. But disabling your opponent from being able to stand, and of course you can't stride over that either because it stays in the same state. So yeah, that's quite a powerful effect.
This and Cyclomatooth, the break ride that just paralyzes all your opponent's units, are great together. Like if it all goes wrong with Cyclomatooth, he's always your backup.
And people moan that Link Joker isn't fun to play against.
No, people refuse to go against Mega Colony these days.
Can you blame them? Even I will. Never. So, yeah. So yes, that's. I think for Mega Colony players, that's a very exciting card in this set, and you know, you'd be remiss not to have it.
It's very anti-meta, these Mega Colony cards. Like, they're not the best cards in the world, but they do really well against all the best cards, but not necessarily the sort of lower down stuff.
There we go, a meta call, if you will. But then you just run it anyway.
Yeah.
So another Sanctuary Archer. We have a Deity of Dreams Neros. So this is a grade 3 for Genesis. Once per turn, Generation Break 1. Soul Blast 6. This unit gets plus 5k and plus 1 crit until end of turn. And the auto, Counterpass 1 when this unit is placed on Vanguard to Soul Charge 3. It's a fairly generic grade 3, nothing exciting.
That Soul Blast 6 makes Jormungand a bit stronger, and also his grade 1 version. So basically giving 12k to a column, maybe.
So as long as you built the deck in that style, that would work for that.
He'd probably still be your backup one.
So we have Longhorn Hunter for Mega Colony, another grade 3. He's got an auto generation break 1, counterblast 1 as a cost when this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard. If you do choose one of your opponent's Rearguards, rest it. Until end of turn, that unit cannot intercept, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. So this is showing Mega Colony's thing about denying intercepting as well, isn't it?
Mm. Stealing the seal dragon thing.
Well, they're not around to keep hold of it, are they? We have a Witch of Cherries Poppy, just a draw trigger for Genesis, but also importantly has the Witch title.
Mm.
And we have a New Face Mutant, Little Dorcas. So this is a grade 1 for Mega Colony. He has auto, choose a grade 3 card from your hand and reveal it. When this unit is placed on Rearguard from hand, you can pay that cost to search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 card with Dark Face in its card name. Reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle the deck, choose a card from your hand, and discard it. And we also have continuously from the hand, while you are paying the cost for Stride, this card gets plus 2 grades. So it's effectively Stride fodder plus the ability to choose route. Dark Face.
I like him. I like all the new Mega Colonies.
So you may be the only one. No, no, that was me. I'm sorry. So we have Flying Lapwing. This looks like he wants to be Batman. Just like true. It's like Batman Beyond version though. With a cool anime hair. So anyway, he's a Genesis grade 2, generation break 1, counterblast 1. When this unit's placed on Rearguard, pay the cost to soul charge 3. Then if you have another Flying Lapwing in your soul, draw a card and counter charge 1. So again, as long as you're running 4 off in the decks.
Yeah, but with his 8k power, a lot of people might not.
Yeah, because he is a bit low for the actual attacking, isn't he? So depends if you like pseudo Batmans. Mobile Ward Healing Palace. I do like these giant mobile machine things. It's grade 3, 1 big ability. So from Vanguard or Rearguard, Generation Break 1. Counterblast 1 as a cost. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, pay that cost. If you do, look at the 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for a card from among them, put it into your damage zone face up, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, choose a face up card from your damage zone and call it to Rearguard. So it's a fairly standard Angel Feather ability of manipulating the damage zone almost as a second hand.
Yeah, but it's on Rearguard as well, so that helps it.
Yes, it does.
You can beat up your opponent with a hospital. So.
A giant mobile machine hospital. We have a Fetter of Fibre Dromy. So this is just a vanilla 8k grade 1 for Genesis. We have Earth Dreamer for Mega Colony. This is a stand trigger. It also has an ability, automatic from Rearguard, Generation Break 1. Put this unit on top of your deck as a cost at the beginning of your opponent's ride phase. If the number of your opponent's Rearguards at rest is 3 or more. If you do, shuffle your deck and draw 2 cards. So a bit of draw for machining.
Yeah.
Not for machine, sorry, for Mega Colony.
Just everything, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
And you can boost with it before in the previous battle, because it's on your opponent's turn that it activates.
Yeah, so useful.
4k boost.
Yeah. Good early game.
With the 12k attacker though.
Yeah.
16.
And then we have Black Call Nakia. So this is a single art for Angel Feather. It's a grade 1. Auto ability. Choose a grade 3 card from your hand and reveal it. So again, this is one of these. Reveal a grade 3, search your deck for a Gavrail, reveal it, put it into your hand and discard a card from hand. And whilst in hand, it counts as +2 grades for striding. So again, it's stride fodder, but also can tutor out a Gavrail. So, yeah, on to the next pack. So we have another Crystal Wing Dragon.
There he is.
There he is. Knight of Brawn Grosny?
I don't know. I can do all the Norse ones and all the Japanese ones. But
So he's a grade 2 for Shadow Paladin, Generation Break 1 from Rearguard. When your other unit with grade less than this unit is placed on Rearguard, he gets +3k till end of turn. And he bros up with the other guy we saw earlier.
Very useful on the Rearguard, just for some dishing out some bad blows.
So here we have the young executive crime bug. There's a gasp of excitement there.
I'm gasping over all the Mega Colonies.
So, Mega Colony, as we've said, it's a forerunner. Act from rearguard, generation break 1. Cost is to put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your opponent's rearguards, rest it. Until end of turn, that unit cannot intercept, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. So, it's good, yeah?
Look how cool he is.
He looks
on his throne.
Bored.
Oh, he's smiling.
He has got a smirk. Immaturity is an advantage since the enemies are allies of justice. Okay, so.
Oh, there we go. That's a useful one.
That is useful. Dreaming Dragon. So this is for Genesis. It's a stand trigger. Auto, rearguard, generation break 1. Put this unit on the top of your deck as a cost. At the end of your turn, you may pay that cost. If you do, return all the cards in your drop zone to your deck and shuffle your deck. Then if 10 or more cards were returned, draw a card. Can we get this in every clan, please?
Yeah, you may have noticed the Genesis do a lot more soul charging and a lot more drawing than they used to. So you're going to deck out.
Yes.
But with this...
There's so many decks I would love to have this in just to avoid the risk of decking myself out. So.
Oracle, Think Tank and Dark Irregulars need it as well.
Yeah, and Pale Moon, arguably.
Yeah.
It's most clans want this, really.
Yeah.
So it's really cool for Genesis to get this because, as James pointed out, they do sort of need this because they are at high risk of decking themselves out, but it would be very nice to see this ability brought across to the other clans in future as well, I think. And then we have... Singular! Heat Elemental Bois. Bois. You have to do the evil laugh when you play this card. So it's a grade 2 Cray Elemental. It has auto rearguard. Retire this unit as a cost. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can pay the cost. To search your deck for up to 1 card with the limit break ability. Reveal it to your opponent and put it into your hand. And as always, continuous, this card is from all clans and nations, as all Cray Elementals have.
As you may notice, it's just the limit break symbol, so not 4 or 5. You can get out your Glendios or your Glory Maelstrom or whatever.
Anyone with that good old limit break 5. So yes, useful little one, Mr. Bois.
I love his name.
I do as well. It's fun to say. Those are the best names. So, next pack. We have Fetter of Leather this time. Lading. So it's a starter for Genesis. It's got Forerunner, Act from the rearguard, generation break 1. Put this unit into your soul as a cost. Choose one of your Vanguards and until end of turn it gets auto. Once per turn when your card not named Fetter of Leather Lading is put into the drop zone from your soul, call that card to rearguard. So again, just simple ability for Genesis.
They've done a lot more about the calling to rearguard now, so they're going to be a bit stronger in terms of just brute force.
In terms of column pressure and all those other fun words. Knight of Meditation Macnessa, we've seen.
Yep.
Confidence Celestial Rumjao.
We've seen.
Yes, because it's the limit break remover.
This is what everyone's excited about.
Machining Scarab. Look at all that ability text. Oh. No, this is good card. It is for Mega Colony. It's a draw trigger. It's something they've been lacking, haven't they?
Yeah,
so,
machining have needed this for a while.
Yeah, so this is a quite exciting card for those of you out there who are playing machining decks. So something so simple needed so badly. And we have the double R Black Record Israfil. So this is for the Angel Feathers. It's a grade 1 perfect card, isn't it? So as always, choose a card from hand and discard it. But it has the added ability that if you do use it to perfect guard for your Vanguard and that unit, then and there is a card named Black Record Israfil in your drop zone, countercharge 1. Finally got there, sorry. So yeah, so this is, what are they referring to them? G perfect guards?
Or perfect guard G, whichever.
Or perfect guard G, yeah. So this is a perfect guard plus a bit extra, but with a small limitation. So it's good because if you have another one in your drop zone, you get to countercharge 1. The flip side, it can only be used with your Vanguard.
And only from hand.
And only from hand as well, yeah. So for anyone who's still running...
Quintet Wolves or Gold Paladins have Gurgwit, who does it from the top of the deck onto the field.
So yeah, so it wouldn't work for those either. So, we have another Nurse Cap Dalmatian, another Steam Knight, Witch of White Rabbit's Cardamom. Don't think we've seen this one yet, have we?
Nope.
So she's a grade 2 for Genesis. Counterblast 1 when this card is put into the drop zone from your hand, from your soul. I am looking all of these up. I'm really sorry. Start again. Witch of White Rabbit, Cardamom. Counterblast 1 when this card is put into the drop zone from your soul. If you have a Vanguard with Witch in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this card to rearguard, and this unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. So, just working within the Genesis frame, isn't it?
Mm. But it's nice to have Witches get a bit more support.
Yes, always. Nurse of Sweetheart. So this is just a heal trigger for Angel Feather, so you Angel Feathers can have a choice of which heal triggers you run. And, ooh, Triple R, Dream Spinning
Ranunculus.
Ranunculus Asher. God damn it. So this is a stride for Neonectar. Act, Vanguard, once per turn. Choose a face down version of Dream Spinning from your G-Zone, turn it face up. Until end of turn, this unit gets the following ability. Act, Vanguard, once per turn. Choose one of your rear guards, and if you have 2 or more rear guards with the same card name as that unit, all of your units in the front row get plus 5k until end of turn. Then, if the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone is 2 or more, choose one of your rear guards, search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as that unit, call it to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. I love walls of text like that. Just means there's so much going on.
Makes you feel smart saying it.
So, this is a good card for Neonectar, yes?
Very good card.
Yeah.
There's also a singular which gives all of the same name 3k by putting some cards into the drop zone or whatever. But that gives a nice boost, so this is the front row, and then it's got plenty of back row boosting as well. Heavy attacking. Not needed an Asher hat, which has mixed reviews.
Yeah, so some people would prefer it to have required an Asher in the heart, but it doesn't, and that does mean that any Neonectar can effectively run this then, so...
Yeah, but it's not overpowered, so I don't really see too much of a problem with it.
Yeah, so... There we go. That's a nice one. So we've had Mega Colony and Neonectar, we've had some Zoo.
All the Zoo.
All the Zoo, so let's see if we can get some... Yeah, we just need that more. So we have Scissorfinger for Mega Colony. It looks like he's got normal fingers on his hands.
Oh, is that the one with the really good flavour text?
An expert opening packs of soy sauce for packed lunches. That is amazing flavour text. So, it's a grade 1 for Mega Colony, auto from rearguard, generation break 1. When this unit boosts, if all of your opponent's vanguards and rearguards are at rest, the boosted unit gets plus 2k. So it becomes a 9k booster, basically.
With the 12k attacker, he becomes a 21 column.
Wow, which is a nice column. That is a nice number.
Whee.
Dreamlight Unicorn. Dark Elemental Doxic. So there's another gasp there. So
I'm excited.
So it's a grade 1. Act, rearguard, once per turn. Choose one of your Vanguard's Limit Break 5 abilities and it becomes Limit Break 4 as long as this unit is on the field. And of course this card is from all clans and nations. So I've had some discussions about this card in relation to certain other Limit Break 5 cards. But in all honesty, it does help enable some of the other Limit Break 5s, doesn't it?
Glory Maelstrom is very good with this card. Especially with the critical trigger that makes it so your opponent can't guard with grade 0s. So even if you're on like 2 damage, your opponent can't guard with anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds fair.
But as we've discussed, not very good with Glendios.
Yeah, saying my argument with it is that the Glendios lineup, the deck lineup is so tight, it's difficult to find room to put something like Doxic in. And if you're running Glendiloop Stride, then even removing the Limit Break 5 isn't that helpful because ideally you want the 5 damage anyway. So, but no, Doxic is pretty cool. Then we have Bumping Buffalo, which is a critical trigger for Genesis. They can't all be cool cards as cool as a Bumping Buffalo. It's best not to anger a herbivorous youth. Wise words. And then we have Control Celestial, Hiel. So this is a Angel Feather Legion. So she's the grade 2 from the Legion. From rearguard, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Celestial in its card name, this unit gets plus 2k until the end of that battle. Then if you have a face-up card in your damage zone with the same card name as a unit on your Vanguard, until end of that battle, this unit gets auto rearguard when this unit's attack hits, counter charge 1, soul charge 1.
Very useful for Angel Feather, because if you've counterblasted one of the cards that you kind of need for the power-up, if you had like no choice, I doubt you'd do it any other time.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see that they still are producing Legions, even though they had a very small window to shine when they first came out because of the release schedule in the UK. So
Legions are still doing quite well in tournaments, though. Thing Saver and all that lot.
yeah, so it's nice that they are still around and they are still supporting them. They haven't just dropped it. So we have Mythic Beast Hattie. It's a grade 1 for Genesis. Generation break 1 from rearguard. When your card is put into the drop zone from the soul, this unit gets plus 1k. So again, we've seen similar effects earlier.
Yeah,
so
that's what the one I was talking about.
We have Buster Mantis. Have you seen this one?
Yep.
So many cards. Full Thoughtful Gear Fox. So this is a grade 1 for Gear Chronicles. When this unit attacks until end of that battle, your opponent cannot call grade 0 cards from hand to guard. So
a lot of people would sort of relate this to Silent Tom, an old Oracle Think Tank card.
very good old Oracle Think Tank card.
But Silent Tom had the benefit of being a grade 2 as well.
Yeah, so with only the 6k, you're only going to be swinging with this early, aren't you? So, but it's nice.
Oh no, it's not Generation Break.
No.
I thought it was. I'm impressed.
So yeah.
Yay.
Yay! Bartram! So straight dual knight Bartram. It's a critical trigger for the Royal Paladins. And it has an ability from the rear guard at the end of your turn. If you have a Vanguard with dual knight in its card name, and you have 3 or more other rear guards with dual knight in their card names, draw a card, put this unit on top of your deck, and shuffle your deck.
You can use this for Ashley Reverse to lock him, and then at the end of the turn, when he's unlocked, do his skill. A lot of people complain about this because Sword Me. I'm sure you've heard all the complaints about Sword Me.
Yes.
And then getting another dual knight critical trigger is what everyone's wanted. I have an actual dual knight deck, so I'm happy for it. But everyone's going to be like, oh, Thing Savers.
There we go.
And I'll probably upset a lot of people now.
Just let us know in the comments. So we have there's a single R, moving on swiftly. We have Goddess of the Firmament, I even said it right the first time. Firmament, Dione. Oh god, I'm so sorry today. So, she's a stride for Genesis. Auto from Vanguard, Soul Blast 3. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for 1 card from among them, put it into your hand, and put the rest into your soul. So she effectively recuperates her own soul blasting cost.
While giving you a bit more variety in the hand.
Yeah, so just a fairly solid stride.
Imagine God Paladin, but better. Which isn't hard, I think.
Done. So, we have 3 Apple Sisters. Oh, that's glorious artwork. This is a grade 1 for Neo Nectar. From the rearguard, Generation Break 1. When this unit boosts, for each of your other 3 Apple Sisters on your rearguards, the boosted unit gets plus 2k until the end of that battle. So, again, just a simple boost.
But an adorable one at that.
Oh, it's adorable. Then we have Black Candle Azrael. So, this is a starter for the Angel Feathers. Counterblast 1, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, and put this unit into your soul as a cost. Put the top card of your deck into your damage zone, face up, choose the face up card from your damage zone, and put it into your hand. So again, just more damage zone manipulation for the Angel Feathers. Getting that ideal hand built up. Nurse of Broken Heart for Angel Feathers. It's a grade 2. She has 1 ability, auto from the rearguard, Generation Break 1. When your card is put into your damage zone, choose one of your Vanguards and that unit, and this unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. And with the amount of cards going in and out of damage zone in 1 turn, that can stack up fast.
And also, just imagine it as 2 of these on the field on your opponent's turn.
Ooh, yes, that's a good point as well. I never thought of that angle. So, Broken Heart will be breaking hearts. Then we have Cocoon Healer. Just a simple heal trigger from Mega Colony. And then we have a single R, Poison Spear, Mutant Deity, Paraspear for the Mega Colony. So Stride for Mega Colony. Just the one ability. Auto, when this unit is placed on Vanguard, rest all of your opponent's units. If the number of rest units your opponent has is 3 or more, draw a card, and this unit gets plus 5k until end of turn.
I'm very happy about this card.
So it's a simple Mega Colony ability, but an effective one as well, isn't it?
Yeah. The only problem I've had is when I've been against Shadow Paladins and stuff, and they've been retiring everything, so I don't have enough to keep at rest. But,
to get that ability, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Battle Song Angel for the Angel Feathers.
Nope. Royal Paladins.
Sorry, Royal Paladins. Sorry, Royal Paladins. It said Angel in the name. So she's a grade 1. He's a grade 1. No?
I think it's a he.
I think it's a he.
I'm not entirely sure.
Sorry, diverging there. So continuous from rearguard, generation break 1. If you have 2 or more other grade 1 or less rearguards, this unit gets plus 2k. And the following effect, continuous, Vanguard, rearguard, Guardian Circle, resist. So
very good for Sanctuary Guard Dragon again. Because with a 9k booster and a 9k to the front row anyway, that's a nice number.
Nice. Machining Slater, which is familiar Kuroma. There was another gasp there.
I just really like the artwork, because in the full art you can see a bit, it's like a girl's bedroom, and he's just the possessed doll.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So this is Shadow Paladin card. It's a grade 1 with the following. Auto, choose a card with which its card name from your hand and discard it as a cost. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with which its card name and the number of your opponent's grade 0 rearguards is 2 or more, you may pay the cost to draw 2 cards. So
a bit of a main ability, but it's a grade 1 with 2,000 more power than me, which is a bit upsetting. And it doesn't have generation break either.
yeah, so yeah.
So there was that one from G-BT04 who was sort of a bet in the main, but she could only be used later on.
Fair enough. So we have a Gear Chronicle Critical Trigger, Steam Fighter, Lugal Bander. And we have a single R, Earthly Flowering Maiden, Pierre. This is grade 1 for Neo Nectar. 1 big ability. Act once per turn from rearguard, generation break 1. Cost, choose 2 normal units from your drop zone, put them on the top of your deck in any order. If you have grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Ranunculus in its card name, choose one of your units. If you do, choose up to 4 of your units with the same card name as that unit, and they get plus 3k until end of battle. Shuffle your deck. Don't make me read that again.
This is the one I was saying was good with the new Asher.
Oh, okay.
So if you had 3 of them in the back row, as long as your drop zone was big enough, you could use all 3 of their abilities to give a major power boost.
Okay. That would be some pretty nasty columns. So, last pack from this column. We have Steamwork Akuda for Gear Chronicles. So this is a new starter. Forerunner. Act, rearguard, generation break 1, put this unit into your soul as a cost, choose one of your vanguards until end of turn, it gets plus 5k, and auto, when this unit's attack hits a vanguard, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and your opponent puts that unit on the bottom of their deck.
So like that Shadow Paladin in one go.
Yeah.
Can give good power boost to everyone as well.
We have a Jump Gal, because it wouldn't be Royal Paladins without some form of doggy. So another starter with Forerunner, and a continuous from rearguard, generation break 1. If you have 2 or more other grade 1 or less rearguards, and this unit is in your front row, this unit gets plus 5k in intercept. So...
I love this card. A 10k grade 0 and a 10k interceptor.
It's pretty good.
And look at his face. I love that card.
I expect you to be running this in your deck now.
My whole deck will be that card.
Just jump goals. Just jump. Nothing but jump goals. So we have a Mega Colony Battler D for Mega Colony. Just a vanilla grade 1 8k. We have a Heal Trigger for Genesis. Again, just a vanilla 1, no abilities. So just another alternative heal trigger for them. And we have a double R, Unappeasable Biter. Biter? No, it is Biter. Gleipnir.
I think it's Gleipnir.
Gleipnir. So, she's a grade 2 for Genesis. Is it he?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my, I'm so sorry.
Maybe you just wanted it to be a cone.
They all look, yeah. Auto, Rearguard, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks Vanguard, if this unit is boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, Soul Charge 3. Then if your card was put into the drop zone from your soldier on this turn, draw a card. So, useful?
Yeah, that's probably the most useful of the units that use that kind of ability. I'm just a little bit worried because it seems, I don't know, it seems a bit God Paladin-y that they're using all the same ability. Like, there isn't much variation, but I mean, it's still really good.
So, we have Wisteria Knight as our first pack from the second column. Grade 2, Generation Break 1 from the rearguard. When this unit attacks Vanguard, if you have another Wisteria Knight on your rearguard, until end of that battle, this unit gets plus 2k and auto rearguard counterpass 1. When this unit's attack hits, you may pay the cost to draw a card. So, nothing astounding there, is there, for Neonectar?
No, it's useful though. Because you can just clone him like that. It's easy.
True. We have Black Pain Mirror. Just a grade 1 vanilla for Angel Feather. Another Confident Celestial. We have a Doctoroid Refros. I was making sure they didn't say retros. It's a stand trigger for Angel Feather with an ability. Act, Rearguard, Generation Break 1. Counterpass 1 and put this unit on the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 cards from your damage zone, put them on top of your deck and shuffle your deck. For each card put with this effect, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up and draw a card. So again, just...
Is that the one, it doesn't have to choose a face up, does it?
Correct. Choose up to 2 cards from your damage zone.
Yep.
So you can shuffle away something you can't, that's been counterblasted already.
Yeah.
And then...
I think you can also counterblast and then heal that card. Well, not heal it exactly, but
then use
so you can use his ability, but it's almost free.
Yeah. Yes, you could actually, yes. Interesting. Then we have Overbearing Knight, Gilvace. Gilvace? Yeah, we'll go with that. So it's grade 3 for Shadow Paladins, 11k. He has 2 abilities. So Act from the Vanguard once per turn at Generation Break 1. Cost is to choose 2 of your rear guards and retire them, and until end of turn this unit gets plus 5k. And auto Vanguard, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 of your opponent's rear guards and retire them. He also has auto from the Vanguard during your turn. When your G unit strides, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 5k till end of turn. So
heavy cost for the first one.
Yeah. Retiring your... But then again, you could get some abilities off from doing that.
Yeah.
But it is a bit of a hefty cost, isn't it? But plus 5k to your stride. Yay. So we have Machining Yellow Jacket from Mega Colony. It's a grade 1 and it's a limit break 4 remover for Mega Colony. So, useful?
Yeah, I'll be running for.
There we go. Seal of approval. We have Claimer Harry. So, this is for Genesis. Auto, once per turn, Generation Break 1. When your card is put into the drop zone from your soul, put that card on the bottom of your deck and countercharge 1. So, it's only once per turn, but it's a useful ability.
Mm.
We have Hollyhock Knight, which we've seen.
Yep.
Nurse of Danger Heart, just another critical trigger for Angel Feather. And our rare is Steam Fighter Bally. So it's a grade 3 for Gear Chronicle. First ability is auto from Rearguard, Generation Break 1. Cost is to counterblast 1. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can pay the cost to choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row, and your opponent puts that unit on the bottom of his or her deck. Then we have auto from the Vanguard. During your turn, when your G unit strides, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets the following ability. Act, once per turn, counterpass 1, search your deck for up to 1 Chronojet Dragon, place it on your Vanguard as a heart, and shuffle your deck. If you placed a card, choose a heart card named Steam Fighter Valley from your Vanguard and put it on the bottom of your deck. So...
makes things very consistent for the new stride.
So, yes, that's pretty much guaranteeing Chronojet, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a shame. I mean, they've only just came out, so I can understand, but the main deck that everyone's using for Gear Chronicle would just be Chronojet. Like, there are legions as well, but not many people use them.
It's just all Chronojet. So, Shadow Paladins get the Witch of Secret Books Adra. She's a grade 2 with the continuous ability from rearguard. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Witch in its card name, and the number of your opponent's grade 0 rearguards is 2 or more, this unit gets plus 2k and auto from rearguard when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard. Countercharge 1, soul charge 1.
So when you've minused your opponent's Vanguard by about 20k?
Yeah, then you can swing in with this one safely. Another Regalia of Reflection. A Witch of Melons. Which is familiar Sharoma. We've seen Sharoma, yep. And we have the other half of the Angel Feather Legion, Accident Celestial Bataral. So she legions with Dosage Celestial, Asmodel, or Control Celestial Heal. Fantastic name. Auto, from Vanguard, when it legions, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up. Choose a face up card from your damage zone, call it to rearguard, and if you have a face up card in your damage zone with the same card name as a unit on your Vanguard, the unit called with this effect gets plus 5k until end of turn. And then auto, when this unit is placed on Vanguard, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for a card among them, put it into your damage zone face up, put the rest into your drop zone, choose the face up card from your damage zone, and heal it. Damage, zone, damage.
It's good because it's a legion that makes its own legion fuel.
Yes.
With the second ability. But it's alright.
Yeah. It's not groundbreaking, is it?
No. I'd rather have Metatron. Or the new girl.
The new girl on the block. So, another night guy. Pretty cool. Or is that one a lady this time?
No, that's a guy.
Okay. Take your word for it. No, I know this one isn't. Dr. Royd Primus. So this is for Angel Feather. It's a grade 1. From the damage zone, Generation Break 1. Counterblast 1 as a cost. When your other unit is placed on rearguard from your damage zone, you can pay the cost. If you do, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up, and if this card is face up, call this card to rearguard. So, again, simple Angel Feather ability. I say simple, it's really complicated, but...
Simple for Angel Feather.
Simple for Angel Feather. Another Fetter of Fibre. Another Bad Drip. Ooh, and we have a Knight of Reform Peer. So this is double R for Royal Paladins. Are you excited, James? One ability, Auto Rearguard, Generation Break 1. When your other grade 2 unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Altmile in its card name, choose up to 2 units in the same column as this unit and they get plus 2k until end of turn. So, it's good?
Yes, very good. You can do it multiple times, you can have multiple copies of him on the field and do it all at the same time. You can call grade 2s like nobody's business. It's really good.
It's a good card.
Yeah.
There we go. Another seal of approval from James. So we have an Abyss Diver from Mega Colony here. It's grade 2. Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1 when this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard. If you do choose one of your opponent's rearguards, rest it, and until end of turn it cannot intercept and it cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. So...
to be honest, I have not much to say about this one. I won't be using it. I'm using Dark Phase, so I need the soul.
There we go then. Black Candle. Another Battler Dean. Another Machining Firefly. Dark Quartz Dragon. So this is a single rare for Shadow Paladin. It's a grade 1. One ability, Auto, Generation Break 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have a grade 3 or grade 2 Vanguard with Claret Sword Dragon in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and that unit and this unit gets plus 3k until end of turn. So we've seen this effect earlier with I can't remember who it was, but a similar effect.
Nessa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, this is just a repeated ability for Shadow Paladins and for Sword Claret.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot more to do with the whole kill something and abilities happen rather than just the normal power boost of the Vanguard, which makes me... because that's kind of what Tachikaze did. So
yeah,
I feel bad for Tachikaze.
They have no love.
But in the advanced player set, which I think is what it's called, soon coming out, they will have Tachikaze, Nubatama, and Spike Brothers support.
Wow. Here's the 3 clans hardly anyone plays, which is a shame because they're all really cool clans. So.
And Spike Brothers is really strong.
Yes, I've faced against the one-hit kill combo deck, and well, the one-turn combo deck, and So, Wisteria Knight, another mobile ward, Giant Fortress. We have a skillful Knight Jed, an invert Celestial. And we have a Machining Scorpion Mark II, so this is the other half of the Mega Colony Legion. So legions with Machining Hornet Mark II or Machining Mosquito Mark II. So once per turn from Vanguard, counterpass 1 and choose a card with the same card name as a unit on your Vanguard from your hand and discard it. If this unit is in Legion, choose up to 3 cards with Machining in its card name from your soul, call them separate rearguarded rest, and increase this unit's power by the sum of the original power of the units with this effect until end of turn. And act once per turn. Choose one of your rearguards with Machining its card name and put it into your soul. Choose one of your rearguards, stand it, choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase.
And also, you may remember the critical trigger can stand your own units.
So that cost of having to pull them out of your deck, out of the soul at rest, can be negated fairly easily.
Yeah, and plus a major power boost.
Major power boost. So
Spike Brothers numbers.
No one can reach those numbers. So we have a Deity of Dreams, a Black Pain, Knight of Brawn, Amorai Angel, and we have a Tech Gal.
Yay!
Yay! So it's grade 2 for Royal Paladins, auto from the rear guard, generation break 1, Soul Blast 1, and rest this card. When your other unit in the same column as this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, increase that unit's attack by this unit's attack until the end of that battle.
It's a grade 2 booster.
Yeah, basically.
It doesn't count as boost though, so any units that need a boosted to be boosted, its ability won't activate. And
it does come at the cost of having to Soul Blast. So.
And just to add to the pain to some other people, some other clans, in the Vanguard and Deleter, they're getting a grade 1 intercept.
Oh wow! So nothing is sacred anymore.
I like Royals. I don't like the mainstream decks too much though. I find them a bit boring.
You just like Royal Paladin, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Thing Saver.
So, Fetter of Leather, another Steamworker, another Witch of White Rabbits, a Witch of Cherries, and Double R, Rebel Mutant Star Shield. So this is another Perfect Guard G for Mega Colony, and again, if you have another one of these in your drop zone, countercharge 1. So,
look how cool he is. I mean, ladybugs have never been so cool. Or ladybirds, whatever you want to call them.
They've never been so cool, that is true. If anyone disagrees, please write in and let us know. So, Witch of Secret Books, Machining Yellow Jacket, Nurse of Broken Heart, Unearthed Dreamer, and the Solid Celestial Adnarel. So, this is another Perfect Guard, Quintet Wall for Angel Feather. Rather than being a Perfect Guard, it's a Quintet Wall. So, do many people still run Quintet Walls?
I think it depends what deck, really. Genesis are quite good with Quintet Walls, Regalia that is, because there's a card that can put it all into the soul.
Ah, so you're doing it for a very good reason.
To deck out.
So, another Battlesong Angel. Mythic Beast Hattie. As you can see, we're going through the commons quick now because we have seen a lot of these. So, Dreaming Dragon, and we have Steam Fighter Erniging.
I'm trying.
Well, look at that. Ningin. Come on.
Ninjin, I would say.
Ninjin.
But I may be wrong.
Ninjin. Okay. I'll go with that. So Steam Fighter Ninjin is grade 1 for Gear Chronicle, auto, from rearguard, once per turn, generation break 1. When your opponent's rearguard is put into his or her deck due to an effect from one of your cards, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chronojet in its card name, countercharge 1. So, nice simple ability there, just to get an extra counterblast back, really.
Once per turn there, so you can't keep on spamming it.
Yeah. Oh, the shame.
But that kind of just makes it so Chronojet's on stride skill comes free.
Yeah, basically. So 3 Apple Sisters, we love them. Claimer Harry, Hollyhock, Machining Scarab, and Charming Mutant, Sweet Cocktail. So this is Mega Colony grade 2. One big ability here, so auto from rearguard, generation break 1. Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is boosted, you can pay that cost to choose one of your opponent's rearguards, rest it, and until end of your opponent's next turn, it gets auto from rearguard at the end of your turn. If this unit is at rest, your opponent may draw a card, so basically you get to draw a card. And until end of turn, that unit cannot intercept, and that unit cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase.
It's a bit of a smaller version than Dark Face's skill, but still very useful.
So
I don't think Dark Face prevents you from your opponent from intercepting, so you might want to use her on the front row and Dark Face on the back row.
yeah, to stop potential for intercepts. So we have a Jump Goal, Witch of Melons, a Longhorn Hunter, a Nurse's Sweetheart, and we have a Mythic Beast Fenrir. So this is for Genesis. It's a grade 3. Auto from Vanguard, Generation Break 2, Soul Blast 3 when this unit attacks a Vanguard. If you do until end of that battle, this unit gets +1 critical, and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater units from hand to the Guardian Circle. And auto from Vanguard, during a turn, when your G unit strides, Soul Charge 3, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn it gets the following ability. Auto from Vanguard, once per turn, Counterblast 1, when your card is put into the drop zone from your soul, you may pay the cost. If you do, call that card to rearguard. So, I think it's getting a nod of approval from James here.
Yeah. A nod of disgust. No, anyone who watches the anime will know that this works really good with Doombrace, the Fighter's Collections droid, because you can just keep on soul blasting and soul charging all over the place. But yeah, he's very good.
I also quite like the foiling on there. The chains around him really stand out. Very pretty. So, we have 3 packs left.
Still room for a secret rare.
Oh, yes. No. Damn you, Lapwing. So, another Doctroid. A Confidence. Bumping Buffalo. And Dark Pride Dragon. So this is a Shadow Paladin single rare, grade 2. One ability, auto generation break 1. When this unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard for the cost of your unit's ability, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Claret Sword Dragon in its card name, search your deck for up to 1 Dark Quartz Dragon, call it to rearguard and shuffle your deck. If you did call a unit, countercharge 1.
Very useful.
It's almost like a ride chain, but not quite.
A reverse ride chain.
Yeah. That's just nothing like a ride chain at all, but you know, the sentiment was there. So, let's let the camera focus again. So we have an Abyss Diver, a Scissor Finger with the best flavor text ever, Witch's Familiar Karoma, a Straight Jewel Knight, and Mythic Beast Skull. Oh, so Genesis grade 1. Auto, choose a grade 3 card from your hand and reveal it as a cost. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, you may pay that cost to search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 card name with Fenrir in its name, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck, choose a card from your hand and discard it. And from hand, it can be used as stride fodder because it gains +2 grade. So,
I can only re-comment on the art. I just love how they took the great mythical beast that ate the sun and turned it into a puppy.
Yes, it's a puppy.
Every hero and villain has to be a baby at some point.
Yes, we'll have to grow up. And this is not a secret, super secret GR pack, sadly. But we start off with Dreamlight Unicorn. That's pretty cool. So, then a Crystal Winged Dragon, Young Executive, Cocoon Healer, and...
Oh. He is good, actually.
He is good, but he's not GR good. So, Holy Seraph Raziel. So it's a stride for Angel Feather, and his ability is to Soul Blast 2 when he's placed on Vanguard. And if you do, return all cards from your damage zone to your deck, shuffle your deck, and for each card returned with this effect, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up. So again, it just resets your damage zone.
Yeah, it also does for face down cards, so if you counterblasted everything, you just get 5 more to do.
Yeah, you reset your damage zone basically.
Yeah.
So there we go. That is our box opening for G-BT04 Soul Strike against the Supreme. So it's a good set overall, would you agree, James?
Yeah, I really like this set. But that's because I got lots of stuff from it.
So you've got lots of Mega Colony and
Mega Colony, Royal Paladin, Shadow Witches.
Yeah, lots of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of support for sub-clans in here. There are some nice, interesting cards, so it's a good set overall. And if you do play any of these clans, then obviously this is a great set for you.
I love the Angel Feather in this, actually, because there's that stride. We didn't get it, unfortunately, but there is a triple R stride that you just G-Persona Blast and heal a card.
Oh,
which is crazy.
It's crazy. So there we go. That is our box opening for G-BT04. So remember, everything you see in here today can be bought and sold on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Remember to like and subscribe so you can join us for more unboxing and future videos for Cardfight Vanguard. I hope you've enjoyed watching. That's bye from me, Simon.
Bye from me, James.
See you next time. Bye.